do you think of this, Artie? I mean, the guy.
Well,
He barely even has a job. I'm not sure if the ink is dry on the contract or if he's even finished signing.
Well, it's like welcome to machine, baby. It's welcome to the world now. My favorite comedians of all time are dangerous. I like when a comic's dangerous. Like, you don't know what's going to come out of their mouth. Richard Pryor was dangerous. George Carlin was dangerous. This guy looks like an underwear model. He needs an edge. I'm happy to, did something that's a little edgy and crazy. I don't think the jokes were particularly that funny. Some of them are kind of old jokes. Me and John were talking about it.
I knew some of those in junior high school, some of those punchlines.
But that's the thing. Like, if you think if it was funny, remember the whole thing that happened with E?
Right.
Sometimes it's who says it, right?
Sure.
Because if Joan Rivers said something, everyone would laugh and go, "Oh, that's just Joan Rivers." But if Juliana Rancic says it, even though it's written for her, there's an outrage.
Don Rickles is like that too. He gets away with a lot of stuff. If you read it on paper, out of context, it looks like the most offensive thing ever. But I mean, I officially support Trevor Noah. I think he should get the job, and he'll get out of this controversy, and it'll be fine. But
do you think that this is, and maybe it's social media driven? I find now that, John, that people are outraged for just the sake of being outraged.
Well, you're right. Our national addiction is umbrage, and we can't get enough of it. And everyone out there loves to be offended, especially on social media. It's one of the few things that unite conservatives and progressives in our culture. We love to be outraged. These jokes would not have been as outrageous if someone, like Artie said, that we all knew had said it. If Howard had said it, if Carlin had said it, it would have been a punchline, not as funny, because we don't know Trevor Noah yet. People are willing to judge his entire career and everything he's ever done based on a few old jokes. And if that's the case, every comedian should get the chair.
You know a couple folks over at Comedy Central. Why, and some inside info, I'm sure, why did they choose a relative unknown for this flagship franchise?
Well, I can't actually say why he was chosen. He's a very funny guy, and I wish him well on the show. But I do think a lot of folks don't realize the kind of grind it takes to do a 10-hour-a-day show. You get a national headliner, someone like a Chris Rock who'd be great in that role, but Chris Rock's making movies. He's not going to go give 12 hours a day to it. A lot of us would have loved to see, I would have loved to see Louis Black get it, but I'm very happy for this guy, and I know that this thing is going to be forgotten because just like we love the outrage, we also have the attention span of the guy from Memento, and we'll be on to our next faux outrage.
I just think it's so interesting. Yeah, faux outrage. Yeah. It's amazing because sometimes you will say something about someone or to someone, and they're not offended, but then you have this old machine.
That's why it's so hard to offend comedians.
Well, everybody has a community. There's all these communities now. Jamie Foxx just got in trouble with the trans-operative community, and where are these communities pop? I mean, the last community you can make fun of are fat guys, and there's no one gets offended at that. Like
I think some Muslims might disagree with that.
There's a guy who calls me obese Witherspoon on Twitter. And, he gets a bunch of laughs. Should I get the fat community together to protest this guy? No, because I'm not offended. I don't care. I got better stuff to do.
Do you think what Jamie Foxx said was offensive? I laughed at the joke, and I have trans friends.
Listen, we're comics. The guy who won the decathlon in 1976 is becoming a broad. If we can't...
And he's a hero. And he's a hero. Bruce Jenner doing that is now a hero, and there's trans kids that won't commit suicide because they see Bruce Jenner doing it because he's known to these kids from being on a horrible reality show where he's abused by Kardashians. It's a story of survival. Yeah. In the case of Jamie Foxx, he wasn't putting down trans people. He was making jokes about a celebrity. And if you want to be offended by that, it's very easy to.
In a weird way that maybe in time that'll normalize it because then everyone is fair game.
Right. I mean, Bruce Jenner made it.
You ever hang out with transgender people? They make fun of each other all the time.
I hung out with a transgender person on Saturday night.
You and me both.
Yeah, so there you go.
Bruce Jenner made
I'm serious, I did.
Bruce Jenner made it a spectacle by selling it to a TV network.
Yeah.
He's not trying to do it on the down low. He's like, look, I'm trying to make money off of this. And that's not a 400-pound gorilla in the room. That's a gorilla on fire.
Jamie Foxx wasn't being mean to Bruce Jenner. He's making jokes about a celebrity.
If a comic's not allowed to comment on that story, then what are we even doing this for? We're going to just keep making jokes about airports? I mean, it's...
All right, let's get back to Trevor because we've gone off to Jamie Foxx and all that. I want to go to, he was on your show, and let's watch. Here's a clip of him on your show.
Some of the classiest racism I ever came across in America was in Lexington, Kentucky.
Okay.
It was beautiful racism. Charming. No, it was charming racism.
Well, they perfected it down there.
They said the most amazing things,
That's the Ku Klux Klan are in silk contour sheets now. They're very expensive.
He's talking race here. And
right.
Should people, what did he say, in Arkansas?
Yeah,
should they be offended?
He's making
Kentucky.
Yeah, he's making fun of the racism in Kentucky. He's talking about a fact. you know, that's what comics do. You bring up controversial stuff a lot of the times, and you know, a lot of us get bored with the typical subjects that we're expected to talk about.
It's not the comedian's job to choose material that's going to make the audience comfortable, especially a political comedian.